thought that it'd be harder to not pick up the blunt, or not like, oh my god, I need to smoke, you know what I mean? But I don't feel that urge. The only urge that I'm getting, I'm not even getting any urges. I feel I have a lot of energy in the morning. I eat a lot more fruit, water, exercise. But like I said, I know it's not gonna happen in a day, but I'm still just confused because I don't want to be high and I don't want to feel high. It's kind of like I don't know the word for it, but it's like a letdown because I'm doing all this work to quit my addiction, yet my addiction is still in my body. I still feel high. So I don't know what to do. So the best thing, I've been to the ER. They got blood work done and everything was fine. So, but it was so confusing. I don't understand how I'm healthy or I'm not healthy. I mean, look at my, like I don't know. Maybe I'm mentally healthy, or I'm definitely not mentally healthy. I'm going through a lot of shit right now. Excuse my language, but I don't know what to do right now. So that's why I picked up the camera, because I don't know what to do. Um, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I've already been to the emergency room, and I can go back again, and but one thing that's really weaning on me, or leaning on me, or whatever you want to call it, is I don't want to replace an addiction with another addiction. So I don't feel correct, and I don't want to start doing pills to feel correct, because that's why I smoked weed. That's literally why I smoked in the beginning, to feel normal. I used to tell myself I have to smoke just to feel normal. So for me to pick up some pills or some other kind of like drug, even if it's prescribed by a doctor, to feel normal seems completely crazy. It just seems crazy. It seems crazy to drop an addiction for another addiction. So, unless it's like apples and like fruits and like a lot of protein, and it's just time. But I understand that's one thing that it is time. But it's just crazy because I'm working so hard. I get up every day. I have my sober app, and we're doing a lot of work. We're doing a lot of great things. I have a lot of great things in mind, planned to do. Um, it's just hard to see the future. Everything is so blurry because yeah, it's hard to even explain, because at the end of the day, I smoked so long. What is normal? I've smoked so long, and I've smoked, and I don't even know who I genuinely am, because I've smoked so much every single day, and a lot of my things that I love doing was high. So I don't hate doing them now that I'm high, but I also smoke to focus. It's hard for me to focus. I think I have like ADHD or something. I probably have a lot of things wrong with me, but I smoked it all away. Like, weed gave me, that's why I smoke so much. It gave me the power to just turn off everything, focus. But I didn't put that focus in the right places. Like, I make music, I'm a producer, so that's where I put all my focus. And obviously that didn't get me rich. So it's not that I needed to be rich. I didn't even stabilize me. It didn't do nothing. So I put a lot of my time into making music when I should have been working and creating a stable life for me. But I couldn't, because I just wanted to smoke. I just wanted to do that. So if you have a chance to change your life, definitely take it, because I don't think you get too many of these. And I think that I do have God on my side. It sounds cliche. It's a lot of things I learned that life that are really important in life sound cliche. So, like, take life very simple, exercise, eat good. Everything's like, yeah, I'll do it later, I'll work later. Everybody always says that, but you don't know you need help until you need help. And I want to avoid that. I want to like help myself now while I'm still in my 20s. I am 27, so I'm not a kid, but I'm an adult, but I'm not old, So I guess I am old too. I'm a boomer or Generation X. I don't fucking keep up with all that bullshit. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. This life is. Plus, we've been through a pandemic. Like, I'm just mentally strained. I lost my mother. Um, so many things that I've repressed because of weed. I was never able to fully grieve. I was never able to fully, like, I'm in my car. I live in my car, not by choice, but I'm stuck. So there's just so many things that, just because I decided to stop smoking weed, which is a great thing for me, um, there's so many other problems I have, and that's why I smoked, because I like genuinely couldn't fix the problems. No matter how hard I tried, another problem would arise. But that's because I genuinely believe that you have to sacrifice things and not like some demonic sacrifice, like for God sacrifice. I smoked weed, and I'd always ask to do things, but like it didn't matter because like I would just smoke weed and smoke weed. The second I gave up weed, my income, my finances, everything started skyrocketing, but I can't enjoy it because I'm still going through this withdrawals and all this stuff. And that's what I was telling the mental health lady is I know that um even though my brain is kind of strong, like I genuinely believe my brain is strong because like I don't know many people that were able to just give up a 10-year addiction in a day. And I'm not saying I'm special or anything, but I think my brain is pretty strong. And not only is my brain strong, um, I think not only, but I think my brain is strong, but I think my body is weak. You know, I've done so much damage to my body that it's just it craves certain things. So it's craving the weed, or it's craving this, or the tobacco. You got to realize I only smoked a blunt, so nicotine addiction and weed addiction both cut off, severed. And I even severed sugar, a lot of sugar. Like I drink a lot of water now, and a lot. So my body is. I did a complete 360 on my life, and like one or complete 180, and in like a day. It's been 21 days. I've been sober, and I want to do YouTube, and I want to film videos like this, and I want to keep going, but it's really hard to feel. Man, I know that the thing is you're supposed to do it through the pain, because that's what you guys want to see. You guys want to, not that you want to see it, but you know that's what you should see. You should see the real pain, the real, I only come on here when it's like okay, or I'm kind of decent, or I'm feeling good. But it's so hard to pick up the camera when you're genuinely like going through mental state. It's really hard. Um, but that's what I'm trying to practice. Like I just picked up the camera right now. I pulled over and I said, let me just get this off my chest. And that's another thing. Like, you smoke weed, you don't talk about nothing, you repress everything. All the people that walk over you. And I used to say, oh, it's okay, when you're a nice person, or when you're God, when you believe in God, it's like, God wouldn't want you to do anything. But I don't know. I'm kind of like God. Everything is love with God, so it's like all love, everything. You're supposed to unconditional love, but there's this level of like respect, So it's like you give out the love, but people have to show the respect, and it's not that they have to, you know what I mean? Because everybody's gonna live the life they want to live, but you can only react, and I did a lot of acting instead of reacting. So I would act, and I'd cause the damage instead of reacting to it in a grown manner and just leveling up. I've had plenty of chances, so I'm not disappointed. And the only thing I get sad about is that I'm older now. So I do understand that life is short, and I'm getting older. I'm almost in my 30s. I got a couple more years of being 20, and I'm glad that this is happening now. And I do hope that I can see the future, but it's hard. I can't see it because I'm going through this mental state, and I don't know what is going on. And it doesn't help being in my car. I think a lot of it is like a mental, like I am kind of going like not crazy, but it just, maybe that's like, my brain. I'm having just crazy episodes because just every day I wake up and I work DoorDash 12 hours just to make, like, just to try. Well, now I do. Like for the past 20 days that I've been sober, I've been doing that. So I haven't always done that. I only worked a couple hours and made money, and I buy weed and all this stuff. But the past 21 days I've been literally working 10 to 12 hours every single day, go to sleep, and then wake up, and then literally 6 a.m. I'm back working until 9 p.m. And then I just constantly do that every day because, first off, is because I'm trying to change my life. Second off is because I still feel high and I don't know what to do, and I'm going kind of like crazy. And I think the thing that I'm going crazy is because I just wake up every day and you're outside. You wake up every day and you're outside. You have to go to the bathroom. Oh, you got to drive to Chick-fil-A, or you got to go, So a lot of people don't understand the impact that it has on people's brains. And I always like to tell myself I'm strong, but now is the real test because now it's genuinely me. Before it was like the weed was strong. So like when I always smoked weed, I could do anything. Like I can make music, I can do anything. I have no problems. Everything can get washed under the rug. There's no nothing. And now when I don't smoke weed, I can do all that, but it's not the same. It's more like now I genuinely have I had these before because I didn't always smoke weed like crazy, So in the beginning, I had lots of principles and morals and like ways you want to live. But like when you smoke lots of weed, you kind of give that up. Like you don't give up all of it, but you give up ones that really matter for other ones that don't really matter too much. And You know, it does suck because you look back and there's lots of life wasted. There's lots of people I fucked over, but I like to tell myself they fucked me over as well because nobody tried to help. Nobody cared enough to help. Nobody, nobody stepped in. Nobody said, like, they might have said something, but they never did anything. Like, you know, I don't know. We're in a weird day and age now where like the love isn't as real as it should be. You know, maybe there are people out there though. You know, it's just that's my problem. It's not that the love isn't real. It's that from the people I chose to love and give my love, the love isn't real. You know, but I'm pretty sure there's genuine people out there who want people to succeed and they want to help people and they would give their whole heart for people. But we're in a day and age now where it's like nobody trusts anybody and nobody's open and everybody's hiding and they want to be cool and YouTube, TikTok famous and rich, and instead of giving value or genuine like information and knowledge about stuff, they'd rather just like make up some stuff to get rich or quick viral or something like that. You know, that's what I did for a long time. I wasn't doing that, but like I would only make music to try to make money, and it ruined making music for me because I used to make music and enjoy it. And that's a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff in my life that I would do even if it was high. I can't do it outside, you know? So there's a lot of stuff I can't do. I can't make music. I can't rap. I can't, you know, it's been years since I've had like a stable place to like make music and rap and make beats and relax. And like, you can't even relax. I have to work every single day because if I don't, I won't have enough money on my earnings to get an apartment. That's my goal, is to get an apartment, get off the street. But without working every single day, it's not gonna show that. Because even for a studio apartment in California, you have to make around $3,800, 38.90 and 20 cents. That's what she said. And I've called around multiple places. Maybe I might get lucky at a back house or something, but it's really not easy. And everybody wants to see you make 2.5 to 3 times the rent, which is, it's reasonable. But like when you're by yourself, it's just me and my small dog. So to make $4,000 just to have a studio, which is a 1 bedroom, is insane. Because you know, most of you don't know, I was in a hotel for 1 year and I spent $30,000. I had to drain up all my stocks. I had to drain up everything just to be able to afford living there, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the mind I have. I'm grateful for the experiences I went through because I wouldn't be the person I am today without those things. And I really see that's another thing I'm getting frustrated because like I know I have so much knowledge and genuine compassion for the world, but I let the world fuck me over. I let the people fuck me over, and I got really gutta, whatever you want to say, and savage and nasty, and I just didn't give a fuck about nothing, you know. Excuse my language, but I like to cuss when it means something. Like people think you're cussing, you're being like disrespectful or not. Me, when I cuss, it's because I'm really passionate, and I know I can find other words, better words. I will in the future. I will start talking more elegantly and, you know, changing up my composure and all this stuff. I don't need to be this freaking, you know, savage, cool, ruthless guy. I could just be, you know, myself. And that's the main problem a lot of us have, is being ourself. We think that we need to be something better for other people, or we need to do this, we need to put up a facade. And, you know, we really don't. And at the end of the day, it does suck because I look around and there's nobody. There's nobody to help me. Nobody. I think a lot of the bonds I made were on weed too. So like now that I don't smoke weed, I don't really have any friends because nobody wants to hang out with me because I don't smoke weed. And that's all we did was smoke weed and like watch YouTube or like, you know, do nothing. But I can watch YouTube without smoking weed. I can do everything that I've always done without smoking weed. I want to go to the park, I can go skate, I can go make music, I can do everything without smoking weed. It's gonna be a hard attention span. That's what I gotta work on, my attention span. But other than that, I have so much energy, but I also don't have energy. It's such a weird state that I'm in right now. That's why I'm so confused, because like I wake up in the morning and I drink water. You know, I used to just wake up and drink soda. I used to fuck up my brain as well. Like I was not no healthy person. That's why I didn't understand how all my blood work came back healthy. I was not healthy at all. But through the grace of God, I am healthy and I am okay. And I keep telling myself, you know, lots of things. And my financial situation changed so fast. I'm not able to get off the street yet, but I really made an impact to where I do feel comfortable. I do stress myself out because, like I said, I want to get off the street as fast as possible, but it's not going to be easy. And I need you guys' help because I need to like you know, understand um, just like people and stuff. You know, like I've been so distant from everybody, and this is why I'm doing this, because like I don't care, and I'm like the type of person to be anybody's friend. You know what I mean? So but I closed myself off, and I wanted to be the cool guy. I wanted to be the guy with the Lambo and all this shit. And don't get me wrong, I still might get a Lambo, but I wouldn't be arrogant about it, and I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't. It's not my main goal. It's not even like a really high goal up there. I'd rather actually have a Porsche, if I'm being honest. I genuinely love the way it drives. It's not like just to look cool. I love the mid-engine there's a lot about that. Like I don't want to go into that right now because this is a completely different video. But yeah, I just need to work on my mental health, and I need to work on some new relationships and opening up and allowing myself to be hurt. See, I don't want to get hurt. That's why I close myself off. I used to open myself up to everybody, but I just kept getting hurt, and I would ask God, why? Why the fuck are you gonna? Why? I didn't say what the fuck, but why are you going to? Obviously, I know now, but like back then, I didn't know, and it was just pissing me off, and I just smoked, and I just repressed everything, and I got mad. But you got to go through all the stuff you go through, but you gotta allow it to let you grow. That's the one thing I realize people don't do. They go through all this stuff, they get mad and angry, and then they get over it, but they never grow from it. They just like learn something, but they never like use that knowledge to like change their situation and change their life. So I'm blessed, I'm grateful, and I want to build a community with just amazing people who are loving and caring, and we all care about everybody, and we can help, and we can donate to who. You can send me money, I'll send it straight out to people. I don't need them. I've never cared about money like that. I always knew you needed a certain amount to live. You need to pay your rent, you need to pay the bills, you need to have enough to help some people. You don't need to, but it'd be great to have all those things. But other than that, after that, that's why I always get frustrated, because I'm like, I genuinely didn't care about that. I just wanted to make music. I just smoked, and I didn't want, smoking was the bad part, but I just wanted to make music, and that's it. Like, if I can make music, if I can make a living on music, I always thought like, yo, I'd be set. I'd be able to just make music, and I traded health for wealth, when in reality you're supposed to work on your mental health, and then the wealth will just fly right in easily. But we all just don't know what we're doing. Well, not all of us, 'cause I don't want to speak for everybody, but a lot of us don't know what we're doing, and we're afraid to ask for help, and you're scared. But a lot of the reason why I'm opening up now is because I am truly finding God. I'm truly speaking with him. He doesn't speak back, but he does act back. That's one thing I learned. Like, God's not going to necessarily speak to you, but your prayer will be answered immediately once you have genuine heart, like genuinely, like if you give out money genuinely, it can genuinely come back in a second, like instantly, like a million blessings. But people do it for the wrong reasons, and that's why I always just say like it was a curse to be good, and it's not that it was a curse to be good, but I would be mad because I didn't get the things I wanted. Oh, God, I'm a nice person. Why don't I have a girlfriend? Or God, because I'm a fucking psychopath too. You know what I mean? Like, not literally, but like, I smoked weed, I did drugs, I fucking ate unhealthy. Like, no girl wants that shit, bro. You gotta go to the gym, you gotta get healthy and have a good mindset, and then you'll find there's plenty of women out here, and you gotta get your own stuff and get your life together. It's not even about you, it's about them. You gotta treat them with respect. So I just wanted to come on here, and hopefully this helps some of you guys, because it's helping me too, because I think my mind races a lot, and I'm just going through so much that you don't even realize that. Like, I'm in my head all day, so that's why I'm feeling high, and that's why I'm feeling all this stuff. And even now I might be feeling high, but like all this talking and all this stuff, it makes you forget, and it makes you just like, I gotta find different outlets. So I really hope this helps somebody. If you listen to all this, thank you. Go watch my video on my weed addiction and homelessness. If you can watch that whole video, I thank you. It will truly help me get monetized, and I just want to do good things, and I'm going to work on doing good things and being a better person and not caring about what other people think of me. And that's a big problem that a lot of us have. You care about like the way people view you, but if you had enough knowledge and love, you wouldn't care, because it would all be genuine, and whatever they think of you is what they think of you. That's where they're at in their life, and that's what they want to think. That's completely fine. um, as long as nobody's causing physical harm or action, then they're allowed to think whatever they want. Like, I know that I'm right, not right, but like I know that I'm able to think how I want, and I know that I love God, and I hope that they can love God as well, and I hope that you can love God as well. And I need to read more of the Bible, which I've been doing every morning, praying, reading the Bible. Uh, and life is changing. That's why I'm completely changing my life, like completely. I went from smoking weed, rapping about dumb shit and just to shit like, praising God and genuinely believing it. Like a lot of people might say thank God and all this stuff, but like now I literally thank him for anything. Oh, thank you for I literally every morning I wake up, thank you God for waking me up. Thank you for letting me breathe air. Like I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the fact that I have eyes to see. I'm grateful that I can walk. It's just a lot to be grateful for. Um, the main thing is like you got to take care of you. It just gets lonely, but and I do genuinely feel okay with God, but we're human, so we need human companionship. So that's what sucks. That's the only thing that really does suck, is that there is nobody genuinely around me who genuinely cares for my well-being. They might, but they're fucked up still. They're messed up in the head still. They're still going through their journey, so it's hard for them to help me when they haven't even helped themselves. They haven't even got right with God themselves. They haven't even went to the doctors and checked up their bodies and tried to fix themselves because they're too busy on their job, or they're too busy, all this stuff that doesn't matter. It's just gonna kill you. You're just gonna work to death. You're just gonna work, and that's why you get a job that you love, because then at least you're working yourself to death, but you love it. And that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but it's the truth. So at the end of the day, take your mental health serious. That's pretty much what this video is about. I think I'm gonna title it something like I'm going crazy. No, that's just dumb. But I genuinely do feel like, like just, man, wild. I don't know. It just sucks. It just sucks waking up high. It sucks. Like I'll wake up and I'll be good for like an hour. I'll drink some water, eat some kiwis, bananas, like watermelon. I love eating fruit. And then I just start feeling high, and there's nothing I could do about it other than like try to like I just got a hotel the other day and I didn't really feel too high because like your mind is doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. I was watching videos. I was relaxing, genuinely relaxing. I took a shower, so a lot of stuff people take for granted. I just don't take it for granted anymore, and I'm super grateful. And I do understand that this is part of my trials and tribulations, so I need to be outside. It's just, and like when I smoked weed, what I used to say, it's not hard being outside, and I don't genuinely mean that, but I do mean that as in like I'm comfortable. The weed made me comfortable, and it was like it didn't matter as long as I could smoke and chill. It didn't matter. But like if I wasn't feeling high, being in my car isn't the worst thing. There's obviously way worse things, but it's the being high part that really is ruining this like, a lot of this stuff right now. I don't know why I'm high. It sucks. There's nothing I could do except for just like power through it, and like it goes on and off. So I do feel grateful, and I understand the difference between sobriety and high, so I know that I feel high, and it just sucks. But there's nothing I could do. I gotta just work out slowly. Hopefully you guys stay on this journey with me. Hopefully we could change my life and change a lot of you guys. I swear, the second I get clean, like completely, and I start having better mental health, all I'm gonna do is like focus on helping people. And I genuinely feel like a lot of people say that, and a lot of people do that, and I'm grateful for it. But I just want to change my life, and I'm just worried about the wrong thing. So I need to focus on like healing first, because I can't do anything. And then that's another thing. Like now that I'm not high, I genuinely, I want it to happen so fast, like I'm like, okay, so I quit smoking weed, cool. That doesn't mean I'm gonna get an apartment in a day. That doesn't mean all the repression and all this stuff is just gonna go away. Like I'm gonna have to handle these pain and all this stuff, and I'm gonna have to have crazy serious conversations with people, and I just have to speak my truth with these people, because I've been holding it in for years, and it's just obviously not good to my mental health. But it's more so because a lot of people wouldn't even care if I told them the way I felt. They'd be like, well, it doesn't matter, because I had no money, and I had like bad friends where it's like, if you don't have money, they're not really your friend, which is obviously that was my fault. But I didn't know they were genuinely good people. But that's the thing, just because I'm like not their friend, or just because they're my friend, doesn't mean they're like my like family or something like that. So it does get deep. Like I know a lot of people, but I treated people as my family, so I thought it would reciprocate, but it doesn't always reciprocate. And that's why you got to watch who you give your energy to. You know what I mean? But I'm just a loving person, so I'm not no saint. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a loving person, I love everybody. I do though. Like I genuinely have love for everybody. I don't have no hate in my heart like towards people, unless they do something to me. Then I shouldn't have that hate either, but I do. It's just I'm human, but I'm working on that too. Like now I just, I'm just trying to be a better person, and I hope you guys can help me. If not, share your stories, put something in the comment so I can read and know I'm not alone, because I know I'm not alone. I know there's other people going through this, but we're all alone going through this, and that doesn't help. We need to like I saw a comment the other day, or not a comment, but I was going through a story and it was like, "Oh, my best friend passed away," and that's sad, but I believe that if we can all be best friends, like everybody can be everybody's friend, but everybody's so hurt, damaged, they're scared of being hurt again, they're scared of being stolen, they're scared of like wasting their time. But if we all just like start becoming loving people, bro, there'd be no reason for hate or anything. Like, that's what they don't want. That's what all this shit was implemented for. It goes too deep. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm like, going on some like rampage about society, but in reality it is, bro. Like, why is there so many races, and why is everybody mad that, oh, you're a different race than me, you're a different color than me, you like different food, fuck you, oh, go back to your country. Like this is all one country, bro. Remember when in the beginning when we're all just one big country and then they separated? So I don't know. I don't know, but I know that we have a lot of work to do in the society to heal and fix things, but it doesn't have nothing to do with money. It does, but it doesn't. Like, I don't want to say it doesn't, because obviously if you had some money, but money doesn't help unless you are healed. Because if I would have gotten money 2 months ago, guess where it was going? Weed, food. I'll pay my bills last. I'll do this last. I'll worry about this. I'll stress every day knowing I have plenty. It's just selfish, So I that's why I quit as well. I decided to stop being selfish, stop just pleasuring because that's what weed is a pleasure. You smoke weed to feel good and relax and all that. And I was like, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve to relax. I didn't deserve to like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm on the streets, bro. Like, nobody cares. Everybody acts like they care. They're like, yo, you got this, bro. Like, I thank you, but at the same time, if you've never been on the street or never been in like a really bad predicament, there's I don't know, like you don't understand that you got this, and a lot of those stuff. It's like, it's a nice thing to say, don't get me wrong, but it does nothing. Like, especially if you've never been through it, and a lot of people don't have to go through it to understand, but you're not gonna have the same empathy level, like if you walk past a homeless person and you had $100 and you give them $5, that's a good thing to do. But when you're down and you understand, you would probably give them 40 or 50 or 60. But then I get it, you can't just give people money that are like drug addicts and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But at the end of the day, I like to believe that we are not God, so we should not judge. So even if he is a drug addict, you don't even know what that $60 could do. Like, you can make his life, you can give him hope. That's like the strongest thing you can do, is give somebody hope. And that's another thing why I got mad with a lot of my friends. They gave me false hope. False hope that they would be here when I was down. False hope that they cared, Because I always say it's not about money, yo. You guys can help me get off the street. You guys can go figure it out. Like I don't know, start a GoFundMe, do all that. When the person doesn't themselves, they don't take me seriously. Like, if I would have started GoFundMe, I don't think anybody would donate, because maybe a couple people, but maybe, and that's just like out of pity. But like, I genuinely feel like when another, like, you got to relate to the person. So if a homeless person is like asking for money, you're gonna think, oh, it's just a homeless person, he's not doing nothing with his life, blah blah blah. But if you get somebody who's doing something with their life to start asking for money for helping somebody, they're gonna look at that person as a way better person, and they might actually help. And it sucks because clout and fame is one hell of a drug. The more money, the more clout you have, the more fame you have, the easier it is to like obtain money. So sometimes you gotta just put your life out there. And even though I don't even know what's going on anymore, like, as you can see, I can just talk for hours on so many subjects forever without ever stopping. That's just who I always was. Like, it's nothing new, but I smoked so much I got dull, and I just repressed everything and thought life sucked. But life doesn't really suck, and there's so many opportunities I wasted, and so many times I could have been completely fine right now if I didn't smoke, or if I didn't smoke as much, and I would be fine because I'd have money and I'd have my own, like, that really would change my life. It's just a place that I can go and live and pay rent. That's the thing. Just because I've been homeless for 6-7 months, I don't own my car. So that's a payment. I have this phone that I'm on right now. I pay that. So I've been making money. I've been working while homeless, and that's another thing. It just takes a toll on you, you know. Um, so I don't know. I don't want to keep you guys forever. I don't even know if most of you guys probably aren't going to get this far. To be honest, people don't really care until they care, and that's probably a dumb statement, but it's kind of the truth. It's also longevity. So like if I was doing YouTube for a long time, people would just like they would just like know me, so they would like be intrigued or want to listen, or oh, I always knew you would fail, or oh, you got this. And it does mean something. Like, don't get me wrong, especially when you're drugged. Like, I'm still like transitioning to like my normal old self. So um, all the thank yous and like you got this, they do mean a lot. But at the same time, I'm still like so depersonalized right now that it's hard to it's hard to truly like that. Like, it doesn't really help. I guess if you really want to help me and you can't send money, then pray for me. Pray to God. If you've never prayed to God, just pray to God that I will be okay, that you will be okay, your family will be okay, and that we can find the strength to keep going. Amen. Thank you guys, and hope you guys have a good night and a good life, and hope we can do something really big with this world. It's like a lot of us are scared. Like, I was always knew that I was destined for greatness, and not like rich greatness, but like genuinely changing the world. But I was scared. I was scared to lose my parents. I was scared to lose this. I was scared to lose that. But you don't get it. Like, like God will make sure that the right people are in your life as long as you stay true to you. And a lot of us switch up on our own selves. That's the worst thing we don't want to admit, is that we lied to ourselves for so long. We change. So take your life more seriously. You can experiment, you can understand, you can but just genuinely know you have a strong enough brain. Like, try, like, only experiment or do stuff if you know you have a strong brain. Because I knew I had a strong brain, and I knew it was easy to quit, but at the same time, I never quit because I knew that the effects. Because my mom quit smoking cigarettes, and then she died a couple months later, maybe a year after she quit. So, but she didn't start eating healthy, so she was still eating unhealthy food, because that's my point. You trade one addiction for another. So all I can say is, man, we do need each other. We need people to help each other, and it's not for money. It's just we need to, but the people have to be willing to be helped. I get that. But we're just in a crazy world right now. Not everybody's gonna like have a good life, and we're not in a movie, bro. So not everybody gets to have a good crazy life, and not everybody, but it also depends on what you qualify as a good life. And you got to start taking some initiative. And there's so many pretty girls I see that I can just talk to, but like, I know that I'm homeless, and I know that all this shit's going on, so why would I even like waste my time, when it's not a waste of time, but that's how I feel like it's a waste of time, because why would I go over there and get her hopes up and then smile and she sees my fucking fucked up ass teeth, or she realizes, oh, this guy's homeless, great, he's just trying to fucking fuck me over or steal my money or all the, like, I got thousands in the bank right now, like, not thousands, but like I literally have like 2K in the bank right now, and that's after 21 days of, I went from having $0 in my bank to 2K in 21 days of just constantly working nonstop, even through the high. Even I've been in the hospital multiple times, and I just worked through it. And that's not a good thing, but I'm just so over being on the street, and I'm so over not taking initiative. So I'm just taking initiative now. And I know I've ended this video like 4 times, and that's something I have a problem with doing. And it's mostly because I'm alone. So right now I'm talking to myself, but feel like I'm talking to you guys, because maybe 1 or 2 people will watch this, or who knows. But I do feel like I'm talking to somebody, and I know somebody will watch this. I don't know if they'll watch the whole thing, but I know somebody will watch this. And you are talking to people. There's people out there, and they might need this. And you know, um, man, I just wish I made. No, I don't. I don't wish I made different decisions, because then I wouldn't be who I am. I'm glad I made the decisions. It's just really tough going through this part. This is the hard part, but there's plenty of Bible quotes, and I don't want to quote the Bible because I barely started reading, so I'm not going to act like I'm just some all-knowing. I don't want to like butcher the quote, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Bible quotes that say, you got to go through it to get to it. That's the summed up short version. Like, and I always used to say like, man, no, just give me the million. I don't care about the pain. It's not gonna do nothing. But man, would I not trade it for nothing? And that, like with my dog, I wouldn't trade all the years I've had with him. And that's what a lot of the time that I was homeless and going through struggles, is because people don't accept dogs, and it's hard to get into places. It's expensive to a dog hotels. They're like $100 a night. But I would never get with my dog. I raised him since he was 11 or 2 weeks old, and now he's 11 years old. So I've had him since I was like 16, because I'm 27, and it's like my son. But obviously I've been a fucked up father, terrible, and I'd always used to get mad at God and everybody, but I should have been mad at myself for being a loser and not taking my life seriously, and just like man, I used to there's so many things that I went way too hard on myself for, bro. But that's society, they know. And that was the thing I was talking about earlier, is they do this purposefully. There's races, there's gender, there's all this stuff that's like constructed so we can have arguments, when in reality it's just life could be so prosperous, and it is in plenty of places. And that's probably my fault for living in California, but I've been here my whole life, so maybe it's time to go. Is it time to leave California? I don't know. Maybe it's time to leave California and start a new life somewhere. I mean, there's nothing holding me back anymore, other than the fact that I need more money to be a little comfortable if I'm going to leave the country for the first time, and I want to get my mental health correct and my body and my health correct before just hopping up and going to a new country or a new state or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, I am thankful and I am grateful, and I've been really grateful and I've been really thankful, like these past 20 days, don't get me wrong. And I really do want to share my knowledge, and I have a lot of just a lot of stuff in my brain to share, and it could probably help people for real. And maybe this journey will help people. Like, if you guys can see me quit, just go look at my videos, man. I just smoked weed, I had dreads. I had crazy dreads. Like, I made lots of music videos, I made lots of beats. Yeah, man, but it never took me anywhere. And that's because I wasn't a people person. So I can make the best beat in the world or the fire song, but I didn't talk to nobody, and like nobody cares about you. Like, they have to care about you before they care about your music, because music, I used to tell people, you don't know me, just go listen to my music, then you'll know me. But that's not fully true, because I did say a lot of just crazy shit, and it's not like I wouldn't do it, but I wasn't doing it on the daily. It's not like I wasn't some, and I don't even know if I would do it. I was just, that's how I felt in the moment. So I don't know, man. There's a lot to digest in this video, if you even get this far. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want things to change for the better, and all I can do is take the steps. I need to have faith, man. Understand that it's time. And that's one thing that's why I smoked, man. It's so hard to have patience when nothing goes correctly. And I was gonna say goes your way, but you don't want it to go your way in there, because when it went my way, I got weed and I got food that I didn't need and all this shit. I need to eat, but not fucking just fast food every night, man. It's hard being outside. You gotta eat fast food. Like, oh, look at me, oh, I gotta eat fast food, oh, his life's so hard. Like, I have to pay for food every night. There's nowhere to cook. I have to eat food. I have to eat fast food. Or I guess I can go eat like salads and stuff, but I was just a weed smoker. I didn't want none of that stuff. Like, who wants a salad when you're faded? You don't think, oh, I'm so faded, let me get a freaking Caesar salad, yes. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, you're gonna yo, I'm faded, let me get a double cheeseburger with extra bacon, extra barbecue, all this crazy shit that's good. You can have it sometimes, but every night is just psycho. And I was just not taking care of my body and health and mental, and now I'm trying really, really hard. I'm making exponentially different decisions. My life would be completely different if I was but I wouldn't want it to be different. I love where I'm at, because I understand that I'm super knowledgeable and I have a lot of wisdom, but at the same time, I'm going through so much pain right now. It's hard to show it and see it. But once I get to the other side, I feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna be unstoppable, bruh. There's nothing I can't do. And I've never thought that there was, even when I smoked weed, I was like, no, there's nothing I can't do. But I smoked weed, so I didn't actually do it. I just said that. Now that I'm not smoking weed, man, in 21 days I was able to acquire 2K in my bank account. You know, and that's substantially a lot of money, especially for, you know, someone like me in my position. Before I was only holding $200 in my bank, luckily, if I'm letting, I gotta pay all the bills and I'm broke. So I'm trying to get into an apartment. I need to have my earnings to say $1,000 per week so I can have $4,000 a month. I'm halfway there. Please pray for me. And as soon as my life gets better, I promise to change as many lives as I can. I'm making a vow right now to God that if I get through this, I'm gonna change everybody's life. Well, not everybody's because I'm not God, but I'm gonna change substantially a lot of people's, like almost like I don't even care. I would love to just do crazy, crazy things and just change people's life to the fullest because I know how it is, you know? And a lot of people don't know and they're still changing lives, which is God bless them, you know? But I genuinely know how hard it is and how much of a toll it takes. And I've only been out here for 7 months. And 7 months is a long time, but I was smoking weed, so it didn't feel so long. But just the 21 days that I've been sober felt way longer than the 7 months I've been outside, you know? 7 months, which is actually, it's coming up on a year, and I'm trying to not let it get to a year. So all I can do is work hard, and I wanted to make this a 20-minute video because more people probably would have watched it, but now it says 42 and they might not watch it. But you know, it's okay. I'm just talking, and if you want to leave, you feel free to leave. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. At this point, I am kind of like rambling. I'm just, there's just nobody. I'm alone. So you guys, I got you guys, or I got me. I got me and got God, but you know, I got my dog too. But it's just, man, I've been I've been alone for a long time because even though I had people around me, I was just smoked and I was so cut off, and I didn't genuinely care because the people around me didn't genuinely care about me. Like, they cared about me, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I didn't have like just straight fucking terrible people around me. Like, they're not bad people, they're just people who make their own decisions. But they didn't have like true love. Like, they didn't genuinely like, yo, you want to go out to eat? Or like, not even go out to eat, but like, you know, just hit me up first. Like, I noticed like most of my relationships, nobody, like, okay, fuck it, F it, sorry, I didn't want to, you know, nobody hits me up first. Nobody texts me or calls me first. I initiate every conversation that I always have with every person, unless it's been like months and then they're like, yo, what's up? Or like, yo, you're alive? Like, it's actually insane. So that's my fault though, you know. I allowed the relationships to go on as long as they did. But it was, you know, we were just getting high. Nobody cared about anything. But now everything's gonna change, hopefully for the better. New people will enter my life, new opportunities, new failures, new, you know, new challenges, new love, old love, who knows. But this life is amazing, and it takes time. And I'm not even talking about to heal. I'm talking about to even get to where I am now. Like, the enlightenment, it takes time. And I was always enlightened, so I don't, like, because people are like, man, it sucks that you even had to go through that. Like, it does, but at the same time, I feel like I'm way more powerful, loving than I ever would have been if I never went through this. You know what I mean? I always say I needed to be outside. I don't want to be outside this long, but, you know, and if a lot more people were outside, they would understand how people are being treated, and, like, you know, and I'm grateful for my situation because, like I said, I never like look homeless. I might look homeless, people said I look homeless before, even when I had a house, because I just got nappy hair and it's just natural, and, you know, I'm not fucking trash teeth, and I never care what I wear, so I wear shorts with basketball shorts every single day, and I skate in basketball shorts. I didn't care. Like, I don't care about, you know, I don't, it never cared. I never cared about the clothes and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I like clothes. You know, it'd be cool to go buy clothes, but like, I didn't need it. I would buy it when I couldn't afford it, you know. So spend $200 on a Gucci belt, and I don't even make a salary, or I don't even have an income. So like, just stupid shit. Like, just, but that's society, you know. That's what they want you to do. They feed you things, and you have to have a really strong mind and a really strong perimeter. What I mean by perimeter is your team. You know, you gotta have people there that are just as strong-minded. So if you have bad people in your life, you might love them, and you can continue to love them. Just love them from a distance, and change your life for the better, and find people who genuinely have the same virtues and thoughts, and like, not, doesn't need to have the same thoughts, but like the same, you know, I don't even know what to say. Like, find people who have the same compassion. and understanding and like genuinely care about like you as a person. And obviously that takes time because like people don't just like, we're in 2024 now and nobody just jumps into the relationship. But like I feel like I've always been that person to just like, yo, what's your name? Oh, you're like, like, yo, let's go. And I don't know, I'm too trusting. That's a bad thing, I get it. I'm not naive, but I just have so much love, and it was never able to be given because like a lot of my childhood I didn't have my family. They were there, but they were working, and they weren't there. My mom was there by herself. It was just me and my mom, but she worked every day, 12 hours a day, just like I'm doing now. But um, so that's one reason why I want my dog and why I'm so grateful for these years with my dog, because I'm like, yo, I wouldn't give it up for nothing. Like I know I'm outside, but I have my dog and I get to see him every day. Like a lot of people go to work and they don't even see their kids, and then life passes them by and they're old and sick and dying, and you missed out all those years to make a couple bucks that you didn't even ask your kids if they cared. Because if my mom would have said, yo, do you care if I make a lot of money or a little? I'm like, I'd rather you make a little money and I see you every day, and I get to enjoy you and learn. And I don't really know much about my mom because even though I was with her for 20 years before she passed, I wasn't with her. She didn't speak. She didn't like tell me things that I didn't know. It was all surface level stuff. Most of our parents tell us surface level stuff, and they never get down into like the deep, because they might have their own problems. And like we got to realize our parents are just us older. So it's like, did they ever grow? Did they ever meet God? Did they ever, like want to grow? Did they ever try harder? Did they ever, we don't know. And not a lot of our parents are real with us. So that's why I always told myself if I would have children, I definitely wanted to wait till I was more enlightened. And I definitely wouldn't want to bring them into poverty. But there's a lot, because you don't want to like raise your kid. You don't, not everybody's right, even if you think you're right. But just raising my kid with love. So it's like asking them what they genuinely desire. Like I never got that. I never, they never cared. I'd always show my mom my beats and songs, and she'd be like, go make 1,000,000. Like, not like inspiring. She'd be like, hurry up and make 1,000,000 already, like. And I'm like, well, damn, thank you, I fucking will. And it's, and yeah, it's just a lot of people, like, they don't treat you with like, and they might be going through their own shit, but we got to open up. You got to open up and treat everybody with respect, and because you never know what anybody's going through, and anybody could snap at any moment, because the life is not easy. Life isn't easy, but it is for some people. But it's not necessarily easy for some people. It's just the society we all built. But I believe that if you're a strong-minded person and you have some talents and you're very compassionate and you genuinely care about people, then you can give your life to God. I mean, you can give your life to God regardless, don't get me wrong, but like, if you're faking it, you're not getting nothing, and you don't expect nothing, and don't even expect enlightenment or anything, because so much of us like pray to God, but it's unreal. Like we ask God for things, and then we don't thank Him for them, or we get mad at Him when we don't get it, and not even knowing that like you asked Him for 10K and you would have got 10K and you could have died in a car crash. Like there's just so many things that could have happened because of that money or because of that, and you don't even think of that. You just think, oh, God didn't give me the money. Well, there's no God. Why was there a God? Like I don't know, there's so many things that is just crazy to me, and it proves that God is real. And it's so insane, because I sound like the person that I used to like roll my eyes at, or like, man, all you do is talk about God. All you like, is that it? Is that the whole life? And it's like, yeah, bro. Everything that in my life that I've noticed is been blessed by God, bro. Like I've always been so insightful, had knowledge. I've always had abundance of energy. Like I've been talking to you guys for 50 minutes nonstop, no script, just coming straight from the brain, and I can keep going for 4 hours if we wanted to. And I used to only be able to do this stuff like while smoking tree, and it would come out. But like I told you guys, I'm kind of naturally high now. I don't know why, just high every day for no reason. My friend was joking like, you're high on life. I'm like, yeah, I guess I am, but I don't like it. I would love to be high on life sober, so it's a confusing statement, but I'm pretty sure you understand if you're sober already, and you have those bursts of energy. I have that all the time now, and I have way more memories that I thought I lost. I know a lot of lyrics, a lot of things that just a lot of stuff, and it's not like I said, people, they care, but they never do more. They never do more. you know They never try harder than they should, and that's what I want to bring back, and that's why I got to do it for myself, because I'm to blame. I could have done so much more for so. I used to say, like, bro, I could have gave my brother presents just for being at his house. I could have cleaned. I could have done a lot of stuff, but I took it for granted. You know, that's who I was. I was inconsiderate at times when I should have been considerate, and I was considerate at times I should have been inconsiderate. Let's just be honest. And that might not make sense, but it would make sense if you understood the situations that I was going through. But a lot of us, man, we have friends. If you have a father or a mother in your life right now, and you have the ability to give them a gift, do it. And trust me, if they genuinely like not everybody's the same, but like, not money, bro. You can give them a heartfelt message. Go talk to your mom about something, dad, that you don't know, and like put it in the note, and like he'll probably laugh and like be like, yo, how do you know that? Or like, you know, that'd be amazing. That'd be so funny. Or like go talk to your mom, or go talk to your dad about something about your mom, and give her a note, because you know moms like love anything you give them, because they don't care. They just love you. And that's why I never took my mom for granted. You know, I understand she 100% loved me and tried as hard as she could. And that's why I would fight for her when she was alive. You know, I was like, you know, yeah, I don't like talking about my mom, because I could have tried way harder for her. But I was a kid, so I listened to people around me, and the people around me told me that I was selfish. Or not I was selfish, that she was selfish for wanting me to take care of her while she was dying. That would have been selfish of her. It would have been selfish of her to want her son to take care of her while she's... Can someone tell me how that makes any sense? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. It's selfish of my mom to want her sons that she raised to take care of her while she's dying. My dad told me that. My brother told me that. And I was just a pothead, so I was like, oh, yeah, she's selfish. You know, I want to live my life. I've been taking care of her because, you know, you got to realize, before she was dying, like, for real, she was not in good condition. So I've been taking care of my mom for a long time. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I didn't even know I was 16. I was 15, 14. I was cleaning and doing a lot of stuff. And I wasn't doing it to my greatest ability, because I was a little kid and I didn't really want to do it. But I had genuine love, so I did it. And I did it most of the time. And until it got too much, and then I just stopped doing stuff. And you know, I let the weed take over, and I let my selfish life take over. And it sucks, because, you know, there's no more time. She's gone. And I always say, like, man, I would love to cook her a meal, because I used to only know how to cook burnt tacos. Burnt tacos. Not even burnt tacos, but, like, the meat was, like, dry, because I didn't know how to cook this shit. Now I can cook, like, pork chops, and I cook a lot of stuff now. Like, potatoes from scratch. I can cook a lot of stuff, and I know she would love it. She would eat anything anyways that I cooked. Because, like I said, she's a mother's unconditional love. But, I wish fathers had the same. They do, but they don't know how to show it. Because I'm pretty sure my dad loves me, but, you know, he doesn't, like, he gives me some money here and there, but it's just, I don't know. Probably doesn't have resources to get me off the street. You know, not everybody does. Not everybody has probably just thinks I'm a drug addict, and, you know, doesn't, you know, I don't know, man, but I probably took enough of your time for today. I told you guys already, this video would never end, because I'm just by myself. I'm alone. So, you guys are keeping me company right now. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but in a way I would, because, like, I want people to be enlightened, and I want people to understand the truth and stop, like, living a fake life. But it's not easy, man. It's so hard. You're gonna have no friends, and everybody's gonna think you're a psycho weirdo, because you're like, well, all of a sudden you believe in God. All of a sudden you think you're better than us, and you think, like, their demons are gonna be attacking you, and demons are gonna attack you every day. Every day that you decide to give your life to, because people don't realize, you think you got money, you think your life is good because you got money, bro. The devil can give you things you want so you feel comfortable and you don't go to God. Like, the devil will give you certain things, and I think God, like, he tried his hardest to, like, don't give him a Porsche, don't give Trey a Porsche, don't give him money, because he will not come to me, because I wouldn't, and I would have half-assed, because I've always believed in like something, but like I was half-assed, like I told you, and I needed this because it brought me 100% to God, 100%. Like, and I've always been this person, but the events that happened, the tests, they got to me, and I changed. I can admit that 100%. I know everybody has tests, and I broke. I broke. The devil was happy to have me, and I was happy to be a part because I didn't care as long as I can have my weed. And I used to say that all the time, man. As long as I got tree, I don't give a fuck if I'm outside. I don't care. It's like it doesn't matter. Like all these people, all this life, and I I got to take my own accountability. I got to take accountability for my actions. And it just sucks because I just genuinely do want like good things for people, and it's hard to have real relationships because I was so fucked up, and like I said, I'm always the one to interact, so it feels fake. Like I have to hit up my dad. I have to hit up. Like I haven't seen my sister. She's my real sister, but like on my dad's side, so half sister. But I never use the term half sister. But I haven't seen her in years, and it's because one, I was a druggie who just smoked weed every day, and I didn't give a fuck about anything because I did trust. That is a blatantly crazy statement, but I just only made music. I just made beats every day. I made beats. I just wanted to smoke weed and make beats. So once you get that in your head, it's not like I was a bad person, but I was a bad person by not doing things that I should have normally done, cleaning and being pretty much just cleaning. Like I got kicked out of my brother's house because my room was dirty and they just didn't want, and I smoked a lot of weed. So like they smoke weed too, but I smoked blunts. They didn't like the tobacco. And simply that, and I respected it because I said, man, this is your house. I'm an adult. You can't, I don't want to stop smoking weed. So I guess I'll just get out. And I got out, and boy, that changed my life. Because then I just smoked as much as I want, and I did whatever I want in a hotel room. And I was just sitting, and I didn't care because I didn't, but I have everything I need. I've always had an abundance. Like I never felt like I had an abundance, but I always did. I always had an abundance of care for myself. Like I might not show it because I just smoked weed, but I've always cared for everybody. I've always cared for myself. And I've made a lot of stupid decisions, but those stupid decisions brought me right back here into an amazing point where, hopefully I do have a chance to make a difference and change lives, because that's all I want to do now is just change people's life. But first I got to change mine, because I get that, I can't just, and that was my problem too. Like I always tried to help when I couldn't even help, didn't even have my own money yet. Just here, take it. I knew I had a roof over my head, so that's all I needed. But it's just a crazy situation I'm in. I'm pretty sure lots of people are in my situation. And I don't know how to respond to that. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Just listening all the time. You heard that? That's wild, bro. Like I wasn't. Are you just listening to the whole conversation, bro? Like probably is. Yeah, man. One step at a time, one day at a time, one person at a time. Because that's all it takes is for everybody. And I feel like if you want to say matrix, I feel like I'm breaking it, insanely breaking. That's why all these things are happening to me. I'm destroying the matrix. Like I'm not the person who I've become. That was a weird statement, but like the past 21 days, so before the 21 days, so like negate the 21 days that I've been sober. Before that, when I was still smoking, I wasn't the person who I become. I was just becoming that person because of the things I was doing. But like just in the 20 days and hopefully 4, 5, 6 months that are to come, that I can show my true colors and just it's gonna take some time to like develop like reality and stuff, and give people their space and give people their and try not to throw my bullshit, and everybody's like, oh well, I was homeless and I was this, so and all this stuff, so man, yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy. But I do appreciate, especially if you made it this far. I know I've said that like 4 times, but if you genuinely watched the whole hour, you're pretty much my family. Sorry, no takes backs. You feel free to message, call me if you want my number. I genuinely don't care. You can have my number. You can call me, FaceTime me, email me, WhatsApp. I don't have a WhatsApp. You can donate to my Kick. Oh my God, I'm out of it. You can donate to my Cash App. money sign the number one Lil Yurt, the one Lil Yurt. You don't have to. Don't donate if you don't have the money. But if you want to donate, that would really help. Anything, because now the money isn't going to drugs, it's going to like an apartment and like to get me off the streets, and then I could do the same thing for people. So if you want to donate, that'd be amazing. If not, just put a prayer for me in the comments, or say a prayer for me. You don't even have to comment if you don't want to, I get it, but just say a prayer for me, please. I feel like if I genuinely can get people's love and appreciation and in their prayers, their genuine prayers, it'll really change the situation, because multiple people are way stronger than one. So if I'm praying to God, that's one thing, but if I get 25 people to pray to God on one thing, the power is immense. God hears us, and he wants us to be great and happy, but he doesn't want you to be, like, you got to understand what happiness is, because people are like, oh, if I don't have a car, if I don't have this, I'm not going to be happy. That's not true. It's not true at all. It's going to be a lot harder, but the whole point is just be grateful. All the things that are cliche: be humble, be grateful, understand that what you got could be taken away any second, understand that what you don't got is nothing. It doesn't matter. It's something that you can work for. That's cool, but don't like live your life for things you don't got. Start living in the moment. Appreciate every day. You're going to become more conscientious. You're going to become more conscientious, and understand that just everything is everything is beautiful. I've always been the guy to just walk outside and I could just look at the sky. I could just look at but like I tried to be the cool guy, and I fucked myself over for many years because I wanted to be the cool guy, and I was around like bad people, and they did dumb shit, and they like thought that they had to rob or gangbang for money and all this shit. But I always thought it was kind of dumb. But I'm not no saint, and I'm not like right. If that's I get the family part of it. People do that for family. It's like they think that's their family and stuff. But like, no family member is gonna pull a gun on you. No family member is gonna try to rob you. Or maybe they will, but maybe if it's drugs. I feel like no sober family member, no person that's like healed is gonna try to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So if hurt people, they're saying. So and people are hurt as well. So it's like, if a hurt person is hurting you and you're hurt, you're not gonna like understand. You're gonna fight back, instead of like being like, man, he's hurt. This man just needs some love. Might just need a hug. I haven't even had a hug in a year, 2 years. I hug myself, I hug my dog. Pretty sad, but it's the truth. Like, I don't talk to nobody because I'm in a fucked up position. I don't want to put this energy. Well, now I have better energy, so I get it. Maybe I should start reaching out, but I had bad energy, man. Like, it was just fuck everything, fuck everybody, and oh, I want to end it. And man, I still don't feel right, and sometimes I do have bad thoughts, but not against people. I always said I would never hurt somebody else. It's like myself, or I'd never even hurt myself too. I was always too much of, if I don't even know if I can say it like that. Like, I was always too much of a scaredy cat, I didn't want to cuss. So I was always too scared to actually physically hurt myself. Like, I might say, oh, I want to hurt myself, but it was just because I wanted like God to hear me, like I would always be like, well, F this, F everybody, I'm gonna end it. I'll freaking go start shooting people. I would never actually do that, but I just felt like it has shown true. When I would say things like that, things would happen quickly, So if I'm like, man, I have no weed, I'm so mad, F this, F that, somewhere out of nowhere, I just get $50, or like God hears you. Now, maybe he didn't want to give me that, or maybe that was the devil and it wasn't God, because I don't necessarily believe God would like enhance your drugness. God would want you to fight through that. And like I said earlier, the devil will give you things, and you'll think, oh, I got a new car. Yes, God, thank you. Not knowing the devil gave you that car. And it's not going to bring you any closer to God. It's not going to bring you any closer to people. It's going to bring you further from them. You're going to get bigger and better cars, and you're just going to be like, oh, well, these people are poor, or they're not in my money class, and I can't help them, or maybe they need to work hard. Maybe they should just work harder, and but it's just so crazy. Like, anybody and everybody can help. Be compassionate. It's a lot of this money I have now, I like to say, it's not even my money, bro. It's God's money. That's why I have it, because I've been so genuinely like caring about like not caring about like buying drugs, and I don't want to I'm genuinely trying to use this money to change my life. So maybe that's why it's like a big factor of like I have it and I'm able to have it. And, you know, I just want to relax, man. I don't want to be working 10, 12 hours every single day. I'm just doing that now so I can change my situation. But, man, I don't know. I just hope a lot more people can hear this and they watch this and maybe lay down and listen to it if you don't want to watch this, or, you know, if you don't like looking at my face, then just listen to the audio. Because, everybody needs someone to talk to, and not just someone. You need somebody who's really listening and they really care about what you're saying and they respond with ethics or some knowledge, that not like an insult or like a you should do this, or, you know, you should, like, you know, it's just so crazy that, you know, I chose lots of people to love and I chose the wrong decisions, but it brought me to where I am, so I don't regret it. But it just sucks that it had to happen that way. um, you know, and I'm just praying for a better future and more loving people around me, and me being more loving, because, you know, you attract what you are. So if I'm a terrible fucking person, well, everybody around me is going to be terrible. And if I'm a loving person and I care, and not everybody's going to be loving, but the majority of people around you are going to be, they're going to gravitate to the loving energy you have. And you just gotta, it just has to be real. That's the main thing you got to take away from this. It has to be real. It's going to take time. If you're not genuinely a caring person, and you might say, like, oh, it's all good, I'm a caring person, but, like, man, there's so many times when it's just like, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm tired. But that's not what a caring person would do. A genuine caring person would do it all the time, no matter what. Figure it out, get done. It's not about you. It's about love, you know, just being a loving person. And that's where I fucked myself over, because I was always like super loving person, but when I was loving to the females, or like trying to be, you know, I would get looked at as a dork, or this, look at this loser opening up to me, or just lots of stuff that I just didn't understand, because I didn't know you're supposed to be some fucking alpha macho guy to get a female, when all I'm trying to do is like enjoy life and eat and go experience life with this girl. But nah, I guess I gotta be a fucking alpha who knocks bros out just to get her girl, and has a machete and fucking, you know, like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like, I genuinely don't know what is going on with society. But if there are some genuine girls out there, you don't mind the shit I'm going through, and you understand that I'm trying my best to heal, please hit me up, because I would like to get to know you. I genuinely don't care about a lot of stuff that most people probably care about. Like, you know, if you're a good heart person, hit me up, and I would love to be friends with you. And if you need my number, like I said, DM me, message me. Please put your stories in the comments if you could. I would love to read them. Now that I have this sober mindset, I can read for hours. I can do lots of stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do before, and I appreciate it as well. So thank you guys, for real. I'm leaving. It's been an hour and 8 minutes. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe, and take care of your mental health, and change your life for the better now before it's too late. And don't care what the people around you think. Don't let them intimidate you into thinking you're weak, or you think you're better than them because you're trying to change your life. Just give your life to God, and you will not care what you put. God first. Put God first, and God will make sure that you start learning what you need to learn. The people around you are the right people, and, you know, everything that happens that's bad, you can't necessarily stop it, because, you know, there's free will and there's lots of stuff, but he will fight for you. God will fight for you if you fight for him. If you fight for God, if you fight for God's love, God will fight for you. You know, point blank. You'll have God's armor. Thank you. I love you. If you made it this far, you're my family. It is what it is. Peace out, and wait for the next video, I guess. I'm going to try to upload faster and more, and just talk and just figure it out. I don't know. I always go days, and just like, I'm still trying to like think, you know, figure my own life out. You know, I'm still going through it mentally. Nothing changed just because I've been able to like talk like this. It's just, I still feel high. It's a lot, man. And that's what started this whole video, is the fact that I still feel high, you know? Like, I just feel high. Like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's a brain high. It's like a mental high. It's like, like everything looks like as if I was high, you know? Like, it's just like very vivid. And I know the difference, because when I wake up in the morning, I'm sober for like a minute, or like I'm sober for like an hour. So I'm genuinely sober. Like, I feel completely normal. But then out of nowhere, just start becoming high, and now I know, like, I'm thinking like, yo, do I not have enough potassium? Do I need to get my vitamins? Because obviously I haven't been taking care of my body at all for years, so I got to take care of everything. I got to do a full 180 or 360 or whatever you want to call it, 540, and just get my health correct, and you know, hopefully I have a chance. hopefully through God, I will be able to make some differences in this world and the life. And you know, people don't like me, they don't like me, man. I'm just a loving person. I'm trying to be now, genuinely. But you know, bad things, you can't, that doesn't negate bad things. It hopefully um, minute, makes them very minute, very small. But man, I'm just on this journey, and I hope you guys come on this journey with me, and maybe some of you become great people as well. Maybe you already are great people, just know that. But like, you can actually start showing it, and start fighting for yourself, fight for you, fight for God, fight for you. And people around will just attract to the greatness. And that might sound condescending, but I don't mean the greatness and like, oh, you're the greatest person ever. But I mean like people who try to change their life and are genuinely happy, are just good people to be around, because you know, they understand the meaning of life, man. Like, life is super short, and I don't even know what happens after this. Who knows? I don't know what happens after life. I you know, I gotta read more in the Bible, and I understand that we're supposed to go to heaven, but it's just, you know, am I gonna be reincarnated in heaven as a not reincarnated, but like, am I in heaven as a soul? Is my mind in heaven? Am I a physical being in heaven? Like, I don't know, you know. So there's a lot more studying I need to do. And yeah, it's just, I hope you guys take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out.